So I spent a large part of my time just with Aziz. And, those who know a little bit about my story and background, I wrote a book called Saving Aziz. Aziz was my interpreter, started off as my interpreter, became my teammate, became witting, meaning he's very aware of a lot of what we were actually doing, and highly vetted. And he was, my counterpart on all these operations. And mostly he became my friend. He's one of my best friends in life. And all eight of my deployments to Afghanistan included Aziz being part of it most of the time spending with him.
I heard this story. I've heard this story before about saving him.
Yeah.
So what were they just going to leave him there?
Yeah. So, I mean, Aziz, his service to America is incredible. He fled Afghanistan from the Taliban. And so when 9/11 happens and American troops come to America, he's like, I learned English. I know English to be able to go help American troops free my country. So goes to Afghanistan. He could have lived a life in Dubai, goes to Afghanistan, and starts off with the 3rd Special Forces, does it interpreting there, then goes to the embassy as part of the Anti-Terrorism Assistance Force. And then from there, he got recruited to come over to the JSOC unit and got put in a special program. And so that's where I ended up meeting him. He did overall about 16 years of service with special operations to our country, working at the highest level. Vetted. At the end, he ended up running our program, because we had a compromise on operation. We can talk about that a little bit. We had a compromise on operation, ended up changing from guys doing it the way I was doing it to just being local national ran. He ran that program. And the way that our government in 2009 set up the special immigrant visa process was if an Afghan served a full commitment to the contract to our troops, to our military, they would go in their process, and it would tell you it only take 9 months for that process for them to have a path to citizenship. It's called a special immigrant visa program. He had been, I worked with him to apply for the program in 2016. So when 9/11, when President Biden, April 13th, 2021, made the announcement to do a full and complete withdrawal of Afghanistan, we had already been in this process almost 6 years, 5.5 years to get Aziz's visa that was only supposed to take 9 months. So I knew, and by the way, I know people in Congress, Senate, I know a lot of people. For me not to be able to pull off this with a guy who had 16 years at the highest level of special operations, that just goes to show how many of our other allies were totally just screwed over. And so I knew that the only way to get Aziz out would be to go physically get him. Not maybe get him to America because I don't have that authority, but get him out of Afghanistan.